Hi, everybody. I'm Morgan, and this is Bree, and we are here to talk to you a little bit about Zoom today. So, as we are all staying at home and avoiding big crowds of people, you might be coming into contact more frequently with Zoom to do things like talk to family members or participate in an online activity. And we wanted to give you some tips and tricks to make that experience a little bit easier. So Bree is going to walk us through some tips and tricks. She's going to tell me what to do and I'm going to do it, and you can see my screen as we walk through those, and you can participate along at home if you open up a Zoom call and just jump right in. So I'm going to start recording my screen so you all can see what she's telling me to do. Bree, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. Like Morgan said, I'm Bree. I'm one of the Constance family coordinators here. I make check-in calls to you lovely folks, and I'm going to show you a little bit how to use Zoom because it can be a bit overwhelming at first, especially if you're not used to a lot of this, technology stuff. So one of the most important things I think for using Zoom effectively is the mute button, which you can find located at the very bottom of your screen. It's a little microphone icon, and you can click that.
Oh, we lost her. She muted herself.
Just like that, you can click yourself on and off. So sometimes, you will be talking and then you'll forget that you're muted. That's a big, issues people can sometimes run into when being on Zoom. So always want to make sure that if you are talking, you can see the little green bar moving up and down on the microphone icon there at the bottom left.
So
Now,
I'll talk a little bit so you can see now on my screen, the little green is moving in my microphone, so I know that I am not muted. If I was unmute myself, thanks, Bree.
and then also another thing is with the audio settings, there's a little arrow guy right beside the microphone button there. If you click on that, it opens up a whole menu there of different things. For the most part, you just want to see if you're having some issues with your microphone, you can go in and check, and you can do a test mic. This just to see if it's actually working properly. I know some people may have issues with their microphones when joining Zoom.
I'm testing it. Oh, so yeah, you do hear a ringtone.
So that's a way to test to make sure that your microphone is working and people can hear you. So that's how you do that. There's also the stop video button here at the bottom, which is next to the microphone button. That can turn you off and on, but you can still talk. So if you maybe, let's say, you want to get up real quick and go to the bathroom or grab a drink or something, and you don't want people to see you necessarily, you could always just pop that off and pop it right back on by clicking it. There's also some settings there. There's also some more fun settings as well, which you can see Morgan is demonstrating herself being at the beach.
You're at the beach. What do you mean?
So you can have a lot of fun in Zoom with virtual backgrounds. If you click, you can change it seamlessly, pretty much like that. If you click the arrow, the little carrot guy beside the video, you can actually, there's a drop-down menu. If you see choose virtual background, you can click on that, and then you can decide where you want to be. Here I am at what bridge is this? The Golden State Bridge? The one in New York? I don't know. You tell me. There's lots of options in here, but you can also upload your own pictures. So if you wanted to surprise your loved ones, let's say you have like a really funny picture of you and your daughter and your other loved ones at like Christmas, like a Christmas party, you can actually upload it here and you can show it off to them. I'm sure they'd get a kick out of that. So
And don't forget that once you choose a background, you're not stuck with it. You can get rid of it. So if you click that same little carrot to open that menu, choose virtual background, you can choose none, and it will take you back to reality.
Reality.
For today, I think I prefer the beach.
Yep. I'll be in the grass.
Okay, great. What's next, Bree?
What's next on our screen here? Like I said, at the bottom is most of our icons are located. We also have some reactions. So if you want to mute yourself, but you still want to participate with your loved ones, you can actually give them a nice little clap or a thumbs up to let them know that you like what they're saying. Those are fun. They also drop off. So if you wanted to, change it, you can, go back and forth between these two. but they also drop off, so you don't have to worry about deselecting them or anything. They just kind of disappear on their own. So, and then the final thing that we wanted to go over was the chat box. So if you are having some issues, let's say with your audio and people can't hear you, you can't really figure what's going on. If you hit on the chat box at the bottom, a little pop-up screen will come over on the right of your screen. And this is to everyone in the Zoom meeting. So let's say you're in a meeting with your aunt and your uncle and your niece and nephews. Everyone will be able to see this chat. So you can type here, hey, can't get my mic working.
I need to move my screen here so you all can see. So we might cut Bree off a little bit, but now you should be able to see the chat in our screen recording. We can see just a little sliver of Bree. This will not happen to you. This is just for my screen recording, so you can see what's going on my screen. But now we see this chat on the right that Bree was talking about, and she's giving us all a message that she can't. We'll say that's okay. And so you can chat back and forth with all of the participants in the Zoom call.
And then there's also options to, if you want to just private message someone, there's a drop-down message at the very bottom of that screen. It's a little carrot guy again. And you can select, if I just wanted to message Morgan, I could do that as well. So just Morgan would be able to see me saying hello there.
You can see next to that message, it says privately, and that means that only I can see that message. And then I have the option here to message only Bree, and we'll send her another little message, and same thing, you have that privately tag there that pops up so you can see it's only to Bree.
Yeah. So this could be useful if you wanted to share like links to certain things, like if you wanted to share a recipe to everyone in your Zoom call. That's a good way to just kind of get it out there and they can click on it right there. So hopefully those are some.
Do you want to walk us through how to close the chat?
Sure. So if you go over here, there is another little caret right beside the word chat. So at the top, you see participants. It should show everyone that's in the Zoom call. Below that, if you have the messages open, it should say chat. And then at the top left, there will be another little caret guy, our favorite in Zoom. And then you have options to either close, minimize, or pop out the chat. If you just want it off your screen, you could just close it. You're done with it. You can go back down to your drop down menu at the very bottom and hit chat again, and it will pop back up for you.
Okay, or you can pop it out and we see that here.
Yep.
Okay, great.
So if you just wanted it to be a little bit bigger on your screen, maybe that's a good way. That way you can see it a little bit better. Or if you just want it on, I don't know, if you're fancy and you have two monitors, you could shove it on another monitor. So you have a little bit more space to see your friends and family's smiling faces. So
awesome. I think that's all we have for today's tips and tricks, right, Bree?
I believe so. There's definitely more advanced stuff. Maybe we can get into that another day. But I think a lot of this, more basic stuff is good to just kind of test your waters in the Zoom world.
Yeah, so let us know what you think, if it was helpful. And if anyone is interested in a more advanced tips and tricks, then Bree and I will get right on that, and that'll come out in our next newsletter then. But thanks everybody for watching. We hope it was helpful, and have a wonderful day.
Happy Zooming.
Bye.